This video in Effective Presentations looks at delivery, more specifically body language and voice. There are 5 keys to nonverbal communication, and a researcher in the States, Dustin York, researched these keys when he looked at and compared reactions to a good and a poor presenter in an academic context. And he compared them, or he set them up in 5 different areas. In one area, the good presenter made eye contact with the audience, the poor presenter didn't. The good presenter used voice fluctuation, voice stress, the poor one didn't. The good presenter used positioning, where he moved around the class, the poor one didn't. And by the way, if you want to be able to move around an audience, get yourself a slide advancer, a clicker. It's a really good idea. The good one used facial expressions and hand gestures, the poor one didn't. Now, super importantly, in his post-testing of both classes, York found a 30% differential in message retention based on these 5 factors. That's a huge difference. So, a big tip, develop your attentional resources. That means know what you're doing, attention to yourself, and know what the audience is doing, attention to them. Body language, as we've just seen, is key. It's a key emphatic device for getting message across. It's also a great way of working off nerves. If you're a nervous person, use some of this physical energy to work off some of the nerves. Now, crucially, if you combine functional language and body language, you get a more accessible message. So, a tip, form practice groups of 2 to 4 people and get someone to video you with a smartphone or a video camera and watch with the sound off. It's a crucial pointer to your body language. Voice. There are 4 elements to voice: pronunciation, volume, pace, and tone. In terms of tone, we're talking about how your voice rises and falls. A key issue that people have when speaking publicly is a monotone, flat voice where the information comes out equally. We don't want that. What we do want is an emphasis on the key point and coming down on an idea. Key point and coming down. Now, in this way of doing things or speaking, the emphasis is not equal. You can hear stress. So, the answer is in tonal variation. So, a tip, avoid rote memorizing. Information, when memorized by rote, tends to become decontextualized. It loses its meaning. In terms of voice, pace, and pronunciation, a big pace issue is speaking too fast. It's caused by nerves and by having too much content. My tip is always to speak slightly slower. Slightly slower is better than too fast. What sort of speed am I talking about? Around 130 to 150 words a minute is a good speed. It's the speed I'm speaking at right now. If you have too much content, the answer is not to speak faster, it's to take some out, delete some content. Pronunciation, keywords must be correct. So go through your talk, identify the keywords, they need to be pronounced correctly. I'll talk to you now about thought groups. When we talk in clusters, in phrases, in groups of words. We don't say individual words like this. We talk like this. The first thing I wanted to investigate and to measure was pre-intervention knowledge. I'll say it again. The first thing I wanted to investigate and to measure was pre-intervention knowledge. What's happening here with my voice? What am I doing? What do you notice? Some of the keys then are around the word groups, the stress, micropauses between phrases, pacing, tone, and body language. Let's look at another example. I next wanted to know how this had changed from pre to post-intervention. I next wanted to know how this had changed from pre to post-intervention. Again, word groups, stress, micropausing, pacing, tone, body language. They're the keys. If you want to see this in action, go to the TED Talks website, click on the transcript button, and you can see the thought groups appearing as the speaker talks. That's the end of this video. For more academic skills resources, go to our website. For more videos in this series, go to our YouTube channel.